6 feet tall.
Mr. Mayor, can you tell us, why you chose this gentleman to serve on the Urban Renewal Authority?
Well, next to me is Robert Schockweiler. Robert is a retired businessman. He moved here from Boulder, Colorado, where he had over 40 years of successful experience in real estate development and business. He's one of the developers of the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder, one of the finest urban renewal projects ever in the United States, and a tremendous economic engine for Boulder. So Robert brings a special expertise to our Urban Renewal Board. I'm just thrilled he'll be part of that.
Your reaction to some of Councilman Herpin's comments, who had some objections?
Well, Councilman Herpin raised the question of whether Mr. Schockweiler has a conflict of interest by also serving on the Colorado Springs Planning Commission. And the fact is that the Planning Commission hears very few matters relating to urban renewal. When it does, Mr. Schockweiler will recuse himself. It's a similar situation that President Scott Hente is in as president of the council, also serving on the Urban Renewal Board. They both need to be mindful not to allow themselves to have a conflict of interest.
Mr. Schockweiler, can you talk about a pledge that you can make to the citizens of Colorado Springs to assure that there will not be any conflicts?
Well, when I joined the Planning Commission, I signed the conflict of interest rules and so forth, and you just don't vote if you have any potential or apparent conflict of interest. I've signed that. I've pledged to do that. I'll do that as a member of the Urban Renewal Authority. Mostly what I'm looking out for, and I think what the mayor is looking out for, is the best interest of the citizens of Colorado Springs. I am completely transparent about who I am. I own one property in Colorado Springs, so I think I have the ability to be objective in these matters. If there's something that comes in before the Planning Commission that would present a potential conflict, of course I'll do what I have to do and I'm required to do, and what I would normally do in any case. I'm a professional, and I expect to be treated like a professional and be, I do have some concerns about the idea that a person is guilty before they're considered innocent.
Well, Mr. Schockweiler is retired here in Colorado Springs. The only property he owns in El Paso County is his home. So he really is in a position where he can devote his full time to helping our city. I think it's a tremendous example of our citizenship here that Mr. Schockweiler will step forward and help us in this additional way. Again, he's somebody who was instrumental in the success of the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder, one of the finest urban renewal projects ever in the United States, and a tremendous economic engine for Boulder. I think he can help us do the same thing here.
Last thing, Mayor, why do you think that Councilman Herpin raised these objections? Is it an ongoing issue between you and council members?
I don't know. As I expressed in there, that comment surprised me. I met with council last week at the mayor council's meeting. I gave them the package on all of the nominees and the 4 people I am nominating, and there was no discussion, no question until we get into public session today. So I honestly don't know what caused his concern.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank you very much.